Thank you and good morning. After a hiatus of several months earlier this year, the Madison County Recycling Center resumed operations under a new director. The center's new director is likely one of the youngest department heads in Madison County, but there's no lack of education or compassion for the job. Let's find out more as we get to know the director of the Madison County Recycling Center, Taylor Allen.
I was born and raised in Anderson. I went to Alexandria Monroe High School. After that, I went to Ball State, and I majored in natural resources and environmental management, and I minored in biology. I graduated in December, and I started this job basically right away, and I've been here ever since.
Is this something like you initially envisioned yourself doing to start out your career?
I always pictured myself as a research person in the lab, testing samples. That's an entry-level job that many graduates of my major got into. So no, I did not picture this, but when I saw the job posting, it worked out.
Are you seeing some things that you've learned throughout your educational career that you're able to apply to this now?
To some extent. You can go two ways for my major. So it's natural resources and environmental management. So I chose the environmental management path. I was probably more educated than many people are on recycling just because of my major, but I also focused a lot on water, soil, air quality, different laws and regulations.
So you are director. You're sitting in the boss's chair.
Yes.
Have you had anyone surprised at your youth and the great deal of responsibility that you've been handed?
Yes, I definitely have.
Obviously, the job for you consists of more than just coming in and telling people what to do during the day. Could you describe what your responsibilities are and what the day in the life of Taylor Allen is like at work?
I basically am another one of the part-time employees, just with some added responsibilities. So we help the public. We kind of supervise the recycling bin, which I've changed. But then I do a little bit more because I have to sort the household hazardous waste, which we collect. So that's what I spend my time doing when we're closed a lot of times. Your paints, your aerosol cans, your cleaners. I have to sort that and package it for our chemical pickup company. And then I also deal with all of the bills, paperwork, normal stuff like that.
I know that a question a lot of people have. After I drop off my different colored glass bottles and aerosol cans, what happens to it once I drive away?
The first thing that we'll do is sort it. The cardboard goes into our baler, and then it will be shipped out to a company that buys cardboard. So we will sell the cardboard. They recycle it, which is basically the theme with everything that we take in. We just sort it and package it, and then someone else picks it up and recycles it. The aerosol cans, I pack in 55-gallon drums. The chemical company comes. The recycling, all the paper, glass, metal is in the recycling bin, and then once that is full, it gets picked up, and then it will be recycled from there. So we basically are just collectors and sorters.
There are those who have their doubts and say that they may bring it here and drop it off, but it ends up in the landfill. What do you say to them?
I would not go through all of this just for it to end in a landfill. So it is recycled. It's not thrown away. So, yeah.
What are some of the big challenges of the job that you're meeting?
One big challenge I run into, people don't want to pay for certain things.
There are some certain materials that require a charge, and
Yes.
Would you tell us why that is?
Yes. So the things that we charge for are things that we have to pay to get rid of. We've made the normal recycling free, but the items that cost are fridges, freezers, TVs, monitors, tires. That can't be free because it costs a good amount of money for us to get rid of. We try to keep our prices reasonable. I know they're cheaper than the surrounding counties.
By and large, the majority of what people bring here is a free service, though.
Yes, there's a lot of electronics that are free too. printer, computer, a tower, anything electronic that's not a TV or a monitor, that's free. All the normal recycling is free. Batteries, light bulbs, the household hazardous waste is free. So most of it is free. There's just a few items.
How important is the Madison County Recycling Center to our community?
I think that it's important not just for beautification purposes, but also it's important for the environment. We all want to keep Madison County beautiful, and there are chemicals in electronics, so we don't want to put that in our water. So I think it's pretty important for the environment and for aesthetic purposes.
In addition to yourself, the director, how many people are employed at the recycling center?
I have 3 part-time employees, and they are just here when we're open. We are open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and every other Saturday. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 to 4. Wednesdays, 10 to 6. And then the Saturdays are 8 to noon.
And that's every other Saturday?
It's the 2nd and 4th.
Ann Taylor told us that the center is primarily funded by grants and in cooperation with the East Central Indiana Solid Waste District. The recycling center is located at the corner of Mounds and Scatterfield Roads in Anderson. Taylor, we congratulate you on your appointment to the post and wish you the best with the new job in the future. And thanks for spending time with us today. Thanks for listening. That's the latest buzz of Madison County.